Modules are the backbone of the Canvas learning system. They help instructors organize and deliver course content in a planned and purposeful way. Think for a minute about your course. You have a bunch of readings and resources that you want students to view. You have a bunch of activities for students to engage with concepts. And then you probably have some type of formal assessments students need to take, such as quizzes, a midterm, and a final exam. Now, you would never just throw all of those pieces in a course site. That would be an extremely frustrating learning experience for your students. No, you would try to organize them in some fashion. And Canvas automatically sorts all of those pieces into buckets called discussions, quizzes, assignments, files, and pages that students can access using the course navigation menu. However, having your students sort through these buckets to find what they need may not be efficient or effective, which is why Canvas created the Modules feature. Instead of relying on students to search through those buckets, you create a learning path for them to walk through the materials. Using the Modules feature in Canvas allows you to create that specific, purposeful path through your course. The different kinds of links, reading resources, assignments, and quizzes make up the specific stepping stones in your path. The module tool helps you put those stones in order so that your students can easily step from one stone to the next. You can organize all the pieces in your buckets and build a sequential path using modules. You could have your students progress through your course content chronologically by weeks, or you could have students progress through a series of topics or chapters. Here is a course module built out as a chronological path through the semester, with each module broken down into weeks. Students can click on the arrow next to each module to expand or contract the modules for easy viewing. Everyone controls their own view of the module page. Here's the expanded view of that first week's module. To better control the flow of content, you determine when students get access to each module. For example, you can set it to unlock on the first day of each week. If you are using topics, you can also determine when students get access to those modules. Using headings and indenting content pieces make the module page easier to read and scan. Other ways you can control the flow of content is by setting prerequisites and/or requirements. In this module, built out by topics, there is a prerequisite. Students cannot access this module until Module 3 is complete. Likewise, this module has a requirement for students. For this module to be counted as complete, students must receive at least 12 out of 15 on this assignment. You can set a variety of requirements. For example, you can require students to view a resource or complete the content pieces of the module in a sequence. When you have prerequisites or requirements in a module, you have the ability to see how each student is progressing through a module based on the specific criteria you have set. By clicking on the View Progress button at the top of the module page, you will see a list of your students along the side of the screen. You can click on any student to see how they are progressing. Using the module tool allows you to organize and deliver your course content in a planned, purposeful way. It allows you to create an easy-to-use learning path. It allows you to view student progress when you use prerequisites and requirements. Overall, modules give you much greater control over your course content.